Hola, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a slightly different one, and I'm going to talk you through my 2023 Lapierre race bike. Kind of give a review on it, show you like my thoughts, how it went this year, what I want to do for next year, not much to it, and just review it because it's been absolutely awesome. So you're in the Zwift room, take a seat, get a cup of coffee, and let's go. So the Lapierre, it's my third proper sort of race bike. So I started off 8 years ago with a Pinarello. So I kind of had a Pinarello, that was my Cat 4 sort of bike, into Cat 3. And then I got a Windspace T1500. So I'll do separate videos on those just to talk around and show those. But the Windspace only had a few months on before I had a little coming together with a lorry. And amazingly, me and the bike came off worse. So that was kind of, frame cracked. I didn't race the rest of the season, so I never really got a proper season on that. When I kind of had 2 years ago, got back into racing after COVID, then last year, especially when I got my first cat, I was on the Pinarello. So I kind of had the Pinarello with the zip wheels on, a bit of a hybrid from the Windspace build and this build, or the Pinarello build. But into 2023, step up with World Top, I really needed the bike to match sort of the level we're racing at. I did feel like a little bit compromised on the Pinarello. So wanted disc brakes, ideally wanted electronic gears, just because everyone has them these days. So sorry about Ralph, a little gobshite. So into 2023, I wanted a new bike. I felt I was at the level where a new bike would definitely benefit me, disc brakes, etc. So I really wanted a bike that was great bang for buck. That's one thing I really found with the Windspace, was the ability for to have a bike which wasn't compromised on quality, but I hadn't spent £10,000 on or feared crashing it. I think that's one of the things I really took away from that was, the last thing you want to be doing is going into races, crit race or something like that, and hesitating from a gap or not going there because in the back of your mind thinking, if I crash my bike, that's my season done, or anything like that. So you want it so that if your bike was crashed, you go, bugger, insurance, but it's not extortionate kind of thing. So I was kind of I'd spoken with Adam at Pauls Cycles. So Adam's a good friend, do some time trials together, got on some rides together. I've known him donkey's years through school as well. So we sat down, spoke through Pauls Cycles to kind of what they offered. They got like Cannondales, Giants, Ridleys, Specialized there, full range of bikes. And then they said about Lapierre, and I've always been drawn to a Lapierre as it's not a common bike you see, and I quite like that being a little bit different, not normal out there. So we went into Pauls Cycles. Saw the Lapierre, this one, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's the bike for me. As far as price wise, I think it was like 4.5. Don't tell Marley. So it was like, it's considering what prices they are now, it's on the lower end with 12-speed Ultegra, disc. It's the lightweight sort of full carbon. Yeah, it was the bike I really liked. I was really drawn to. I then got the upgraded to Hunt Wheelset, so I got the Limitless 60 wheels. So they're about an extra 1,000 or something like that. So it's about a £5,500 build. So yes, that is a lot of money, but also at the same point where some frames out there are 4.5 just for the frame, let alone any components. It's it's not bad. There's no compromise to it. But I as soon as I drawn to it, I really like the shape up here. It looks really sleek, and I wanted a bike which then I could be a bit of customization as well. So I could be the colour on it kind of thing. So it's quite plain, stealthy, but if I wanted orange socks, I could have orange socks or something like that. So it's really, really shallow, but cycling is fickle, as we know. So I saw it, that's the one for me. So for 2023, as far as like results go, or big races, we did Lincoln Grand Prix on it, we did Newark Crit as part of the National Crit Series, and also it's quite a small one, but I did Fakenham Nationals. It's not a small one. Remember, Fakenham Nationals got 4th there. Never let Freddie Lewis down. But we also did a time trial at Hingham, like over Watton Way, 10 mile, and I got 21:34. So, you know, considering it's not supposed to be an aero bike, I think I can get in quite an aero position. I'll kind of show you the photo now, but generally, you know, for not an aero bike, it shows it rolls really well and is a fast bike. The wheels, you know, very much help that, but yeah, that showed to me that actually I'm not really compromised on speed with it. It just does everything well. Another small thing you'll notice is this, not factory. So yeah, don't worry, it doesn't come like this. This is purely being like my race bike. It's where the transponder goes. So some races you have a transponder, you know, just so that when you cross the finish line, rather than counting numbers, they can physically see, yep, it's a lot more accurate timing system. And it's just a way, I've got two inner tubes. I then can put the transponder in on top of the first inner tube, fold the other inner tube over the top, and it's where they're holding it in there. A bit more aero, doesn't scrape the frame, etc. So yeah, it's not a factory setting, but it's a Feel Life special. Really big fan of the hump wheels, and sounds fast. I do a lot of freewheeling, don't want pedal spacing. We're running GP 5000s on here. For next year, I want to get a new set on them, just because you don't want to run them too low as when it starts to pick up punctures or anything like that. I've had to repair one of them in the middle, just from the inside, just to repair it. But generally, they're 28mm. The tyres were recommended with Schwalbe 28mm tyres, and these came out quite similar. So actually, the aero profile is very good on them. As well, we normally have Asioma pedals in there. I've taken them off just to charge them up as they were a little bit flat, but yeah, so I don't have any power cranks or anything. I've only got the pedals, and they seem to work very good. I quite like having pedals just to interchange on them, so that works well. Handling. So as I said about handling, I took a little bit getting used to. I think that's probably many factors. You know, the wheels, being a new bike, being disc brake, everything just takes a little bit of getting used to. But now I've got used to it, I'm a huge fan. Sometimes I probably like the stiffness of like the wind space or something like that, for especially punching out of corners. I really feel that comes into its own, you know, max power, being able to sprint. This took a long time to be able to sprint on, which sounds really silly, but some races I was struggling to get 1100 watts, you know, and that should be comfortable for me. No, couldn't even peak that. So yeah, it took a little bit getting used to just the handling, how to sprint, getting it set up. But once I got used to that, we're back into, I think I've hit 1350 or 1400 on this year. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting the maximum out of it going forward. Yeah, it's really, really good. As far as like, you know, cornering goes, we've gone, Fakenham is quite a technical course. We got fourth there this year. It really held well. You know, I had a lot of trust to turn it in there, hold it, not wash out. It was really, really good. And one of the best points about the bike is LP large fill. It was custom made for me. People think it was for Lapierre, but it's definitely fill large fill. It's my bike, so it was destined to be. It was destined to be. The only frustrating part, I've got a couple of like nicks like this on it kind of thing, where I think either like over time, just it's been a season's use, isn't it? So it's bound to have a couple of scratches on there, but yeah, a little bit frustrating on those. I do have Ed has kindly given me, it's a gold cap for the other side of the arm. So for there, I have a golden loose put on, so I can be a bit of a tart. So yeah, that's mission to get on. I should have had it on for this video, but I've lost the tool, so I am the tool without a tool. But generally, I want to adjust here, so just where the guide mount is, it factory comes with. So the bike, as standard, comes with this mount which goes in here. So I'd like to have that fitted just as it looks a little bit more aero, and then I can then mount this on one of my other bikes, but that's only small marginal gains. I did cut this down myself as well, you can tell, but yeah, perfect size, really nice profile and aero, so I've got no want for that. I do want to change, it's only small, but change the bottle cages as well, just for matching ones, just for a bit of continuity. Again, we're all tarts. Cycling is a very fickle game. If it looks fast, it goes fast. So yeah, I'd like to have those there. Also, really frustrated myself. So I had roof bars for my Golf, and you can see just there, I've rubbed it. So where I put the straps through there, before I put an old inner tube on them just to protection, I had a couple of journeys where I didn't, and it scratched them slightly. So it's not, well, maybe not scratched, it's taken a top lacquer off. So hopefully little file down like a chopper. Other than that, I think that is everything I want for nothing else. Saddle's really comfy. This is a standard saddle as well. I don't know it's Physic, whatever that is. But yeah, standard saddle on that as well. So yeah, it's a large frame. I think it comes with 40mm handlebars. Again, perfect. Got them slightly tapered in, but yeah, really racy, really nice profile. Just does everything well. I wouldn't know the weight of it. Don't know. It's don't even guess. 8 kilos. Probably should weigh it. That mission. I'll put the weight in there. So to kind of summarise, I really like it. It's a really good bike. As I said, bang for buck is awesome. I think looks-wise is really good. You don't see many about, and I quite like the uniqueness you get from that. You want it so when you go to a cafe, you know, it's not a common bike, that's your bike, you're really proud to see it. So yeah, I really like it. For 2024, I can't wait to race it again. I've really learned about it this year and got into it. I love Di2 on it. I love the disc brakes on it. Fills me with confidence. There's nothing out there that I would want in replacement of that. So yeah, I would really rate it. Recommend it to anyone. Just don't get too many so it loses some of its common value. But yeah, no, generally really awesome bike. Cannot wait for 2024 on it. So that is the review. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I'll do the videos on the other bikes as well later down the line. But no, the forward to 2024 on it. Awesome bike. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one.